What an incredible ending to a two-leg series between LAFC and Inter Miami. LAFC had all the momentum. Inter Miami had their back against the wall, and they were able to pull off a comeback to advance to the semifinals of the Concacaf Champions Cup. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MLS Moves. Please make sure you like this video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. Now, today, Miami played LAFC to see who would advance to semifinals, and LAFC had all the momentum. They had the away goal. Inter Miami's playing at home. So if LAFC scored a goal, Miami wouldn't be able to score 2 goals to tie it up and go into extra time. There was no possibility of going to extra time or to penalties in this game. The winner was going to be decided in the 90 minutes plus added time. But LAFC get the away goal. It's 2-0. Inter Miami had to score 3 goals unanswered in order to win this game, and they did it. Now, Inter Miami obviously has the Barca boys, Messi, Busquets, Suarez, Alba. Busquets didn't play because the yellow card accumulation. He had to sit out this game, but it didn't even matter. Messi was an absolute force in this game. He had 2 goals, a brace. Probably should have had 3, but one was called offside. And he just dominated this game once again at 37 years old. And I think Messi proves every week that he is still a top 3 player in the world. And honestly, maybe the best player in the world. Let me know down below. Do you think Lionel Messi is still the best player in the world right now at 37 years old? I think there's an argument that you could say he is. He still dominates the game no matter where he's playing. And it's just incredible to see what he's doing at his age. But even with this team's back against the wall, all the pressure on them, all the expectations, Javier Mascherano brought in for Tata Martino because Tata Martino wasn't getting the job done. Ownership, Jorge Mas, didn't think that he was the guy to get them to the next level, win them trophies. Made a plethora of moves this offseason to solidify the back line, which we'll talk about one center back in a second who was on the team last year, but has really came into his own this year and really blossomed as a nice player. Had a big game too. But made all these additions, changed the coach out, and it's made a difference. This is a team that expects to win trophies. Now, last year they lost to Monterrey in the quarterfinals in what was a huge disappointment. And the expectation this year was to not just make it to the final. They are expecting to win the Concacaf Champions Cup final. Now, if you followed MLS for the last 20, 30 years, MLS struggles to win this tournament against Liga MX teams. So to have a team with the expectations of winning this tournament when the league in general doesn't win this tournament often, or hell, they've only won it 3 times in its existence, you can see how good this team is and what the quality is supposed to be. And this is a game where last year they probably would have lost it. They would have choked. We saw them lose to Atlanta in the best of 3 in the first round of the playoffs last year. But they prevailed and they beat LAFC 3-1 at home, the bare minimum score they needed to win after LAFC scored the first away goal. Now, Luis Suarez, obviously 38 years old now, bad knees, probably half a leg at this point. Obviously, you can see the age in him. And I thought before the game he was going to have to score for them in order for them to win. I said Messi's going to have 2 goal contributions, and Suarez is probably going to have to score. Well, Messi had his 2 goal contributions. Suarez didn't score, but honestly, he should have had a goal. If you watch the game, there was an offside call that was clearly onside. 2 people had him onside, and they called it for some reason. I'm not sure about that. But Inter Miami, I mean, this team is the best team in the region right now. Liga MX or MLS. They're the best team in the region. They are the favorite to win the Concacaf Champions Cup. Right now, Vancouver's playing Pumas, and it's currently tied. And the winner of that will play Miami in the semifinals. Miami should be favored to beat either of those teams and either of the winner of Cruz Azul and Tigres in the next round. Inter Miami has everything you need to win this tournament. Star power, depth, quality, competent coaching. They did something that most MLS teams, now I know it's MLS versus MLS, but MLS teams normally have this mental barrier where they just struggle in big games, and teams that should win lose, and teams that should lose win. It's just really weird. CONCACAF is just a different animal. Anybody who watches it understands it's just a different animal. It's unpredictable, the most unpredictable tournament that there is. And Inter Miami has proven that they are on a mission this year. And if they don't win this tournament, it is a failure. Don't get it twisted. Making it to the final, making it to the semifinals is not good enough. They are expected to win this tournament. Now, LAFC, huge disappointment, obviously, in the driver's seat, up 2-0 in this game or on aggregate, right? And they just absolutely choke it away. Dolo special choke artist. Dolo is just an overrated, mediocre coach who is really starting to stagnate. And another big game he loses when he should have won 2-0, and you concede 3 unanswered goals to Inter Miami. Denny Bouanga had a bad game. He should have finished a couple chances. Ustari, chef's kiss, perfect game for Ustari. Ustari has been a huge upgrade over Drake Callender. Ustari is a difference maker in the back line, keeping it organized, veteran presence, calm, cool, collected, what you need on the back line, especially, or in goal, especially if your back line is a little shaky. You have that sense of caution, that sense of relief with him back there. And I think that that's very important. Drake Callender never played like that. Drake Callender played very erratic a lot of times. And I think that was detrimental to Inter Miami in their aspirations of trying to win trophies last year. It stopped at the Supporter Shield. I think Drake Callender had a big part in why the back line was so inefficient. And we need to talk about Noah Allen. Noah Allen has evolved into a very, very good center back. He had some great tackles tonight. He marked his man perfectly. And on top of that, he had some beautiful passes in the final third. He had 2 or 3 passes, that one assist. I want to say that his one goal, he was the okay. He did not have the goal to. He did not have the pass to Suarez that was called off. I think his goal was to Redondo, or his assist was to Redondo. But he had 2 or 3 passes that created chances. He's defending. He's lights out. He's playing so well that he is starting over a center back that Miami paid $7.5 million for 2 years ago in Toto Alvarez, who's not even 21 yet. He got a recent call up to the Greek national team. I mean, Noah Allen's emergence is insane. Like, he has to be in the driver's seat in MLS for most improved player this season in 2025. And when you have the center backs of Falcone and Noah Allen playing well, and hell, even Chelo Wenget, he didn't play that bad, honestly. He did not play that bad. He is a total wild card when he's on the pitch. He didn't play that bad. It looked a little shaky at first, but he did not play that bad. Alba obviously is consistent. Like, now that this back line has figured it out, they are the best team in MLS. They're the best team in North America. They're going to win the Concacaf Champions Cup. They're going to probably win MLS Cup. And they're probably going to get out of their group stage at the Club World Cup. And I know some of you are going to think that's crazy. But this team is just different. Javier Mascherano has turned out to be a really good manager. This team is very exciting to watch and see them play. And they have that, they prevail. They have this comeback mentality. It is really hard. How many teams do you guys know in any league who would be down 2-0 on aggregate, okay? And 2 goals would not tie it up because they do the away goals in CONCACAF. So down 2 goals, really you're down 3 because you have to have 3 to win. How many teams do you know could score 3 unanswered goals in any league against a formidable opponent? How many teams could do that? Miami is just insane. They're a team that even when they're down, they're never truly down. And what they did tonight was very, very impressive and just showed that this team is just different this year. So I think Inter Miami is going to win the Champions League. They're going to play the winner of Vancouver and Pumas in the next round. And the winner of that game will play Tigres and Cruz Azul. And it's going to be very exciting. But we saw the Messi magic tonight. The first goal was a golazo. The penalty to seal the deal on Hugo Lloris giving me some 2022 World Cup flashbacks of seeing them versus each other. It's just special, and this is going to be a very exciting year if MLS is able to lift the Concacaf Champions Cup trophy once again. And listen, Concacaf Champions Cup is the most important trophy in North America. It's more important than Liga MX, Clausura, Apertura, MLS Cup, Supporter Shield, Leagues Cup. It's more important than all of those. It is the most important trophy in North America. The winner of this tournament is the true winner of North America, the biggest club in North America. So it is very important. A lot at stake. We'll see if Inter Miami can seal the deal. I think they will. I want to know what you guys think down below. What was your favorite moment of tonight? Is Messi still the best player in the world? And is this the most important trophy in North America? Let me know down below. Make sure you like this video down below if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell notification so you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.